The NASCAR world feels a little weird right now. The season just started, only a few races in. But already, the entire garage is shifting. The fans are buzzing. The standings are shaking up. And the conversations online? They are everywhere. Yeah, that is exactly where we are right now. Because in the last few days, two completely different stories have exploded around the Cup Series. Both of them could have a real impact on how this season unfolds. The first story involves actual lineup changes heading into this weekend's race, something that could shake up team strategies early in the year. And the second story? Man, that one has NASCAR fans arguing all over the internet. Conspiracy theories, accusations, people questioning what is really going on behind the scenes in this sport. So today, we have two big NASCAR stories to break down. Trust me, both of them are getting people talking. But before we jump in real quick, if you love NASCAR and want to talk about this sport every single week, go ahead and hit that like button. And consider subscribing to Race Car Nation Report. This channel is brand new. Right now, the goal is to hit our first 500 subscribers. It's just building a community of real race fans who live and breathe NASCAR. All right, let's get into it. Story 1, driver lineup changes at Phoenix Raceway. Let's start with the first story. This one directly affects what we see this Sunday at Phoenix Raceway, after the NASCAR Cup Series race at Circuit of the Americas. We now have two confirmed driver lineup changes heading into the Straight Talk Wireless 500. And honestly, this is also the moment where the season finally starts to feel a little more normal. Think about it. The year kicked off with the Daytona 500 at Daytona International Speedway. Then we had another super speedway race at Atlanta's Echo Park Speedway. Last weekend, we were on a road course in Austin at COTA. So for a lot of drivers and teams, Phoenix is really the first traditional oval race of the year. Everyone can finally settle into a normal rhythm. There are 37 cars on the entry list again this week, same as at COTA, but two drivers are different. Change number 1, Austin Hill replaces Jesse Love at RCR. The first change is one a lot of people were already expecting. Childress Racing is once again entering the number 33 Chevrolet. It is a non-chartered open car. They brought it to COTA last weekend with Jesse Love driving it. Love finished 27th. That was actually his 6th career Cup Series start and his first road course race at the Cup level. This weekend at Phoenix, that same car will be driven by Austin Hill instead. If you follow the lower series, you already know these two are Xfinity teammates. It's currently racing in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. And Jesse Love is actually the reigning series champion. So this is really just RCR rotating young drivers in that Open Cup car, giving both of them opportunities at NASCAR's top level. Love still has one more confirmed Cup start scheduled later in the 2026 season. Austin Hill is expected to run at least 5 Cup races this year before the season wraps up. Change number 2, Anthony Alfredo fills in for Alex Bowman at Hendrick Motorsports. Now the second change. This one was not planned at all. During the race at COTA, something concerning happened with Alex Bowman. In the middle of Stage 3, Bowman started feeling sick inside the car. I had to come down pit road and step out of the number 48 Chevrolet. Matt Snyder jumped in and finished the race for him. Bowman was evaluated at the infield care center initially released. But later it was confirmed he had been diagnosed with vertigo. Because of that diagnosis, he will not be racing this weekend at Phoenix. The driver filling in for him is Anthony Alfredo. If that name sounds familiar, it should. Alfredo currently runs full-time in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series with Viking Motorsports earlier this year. Tried to qualify for the Daytona 500 driving the number 62 Chevrolet for Beard Motorsports. He initially looked like he had locked himself in through the qualifying race. But NASCAR found a technical violation during inspection that knocked him out of the field. So now he is getting a pretty unexpected opportunity. Jumping into one of the best rides in the entire garage with Hendrick Motorsports. The timing could not be much worse for Bowman, though. The start to the 2026 season has been rough. After 3 races, he is sitting 36th in the standings. Dead last in points. Already 45 points below the provisional playoff cut line. That is not where you want to be this early in the year, especially driving for a powerhouse team like Hendrick. The hope right now is that Bowman will be healthy enough to return next weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's a track where he actually won back in March of 2022. We will see how that situation develops. Story 2, Tyler Reddick and the 2-3 She Racing conspiracy now. let's talk about the second story, because this one has NASCAR fans going absolutely crazy online. It all started after Tyler Reddick won his third straight race at the Circuit of the Americas. Let that sink in for a second. He won the Daytona 500, then won at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Now he has won again at COTA. 3 races, 3 wins. That is an insane start to the season. Because of that run, Reddick already has a 70-point lead in the standings after only 3 races. His teammate, Bubba Wallace, is currently second in points with 2 top 10 finishes to start the year. That means 2-3 Racing is sitting first and second in the standings right now. The organization owned by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. Here is where things get interesting. If you remember last season, 2-3 Racing was not dominating like this. In 2025, all 3 of their drivers combined for just 1 win all season. A big one though, Bubba Wallace taking the Brickyard 400, but something else was happening behind the scenes last year. 2-3 Racing and Front Row Motorsports had filed an antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR over the new charter agreement. The team was literally racing in NASCAR while suing NASCAR in court at the same time. Needless to say, that made things awkward around the sport. Then, in December, something major happened. NASCAR and the team settled the lawsuit. After what turned into an embarrassing 8-day trial for the sanctioning body, according to reports, that settlement gave 2-3 Racing a significant financial payout, permanent charters, and a stronger voice in how the sport is governed. Fast forward to this season, suddenly the team is dominating the Cup Series. Of course, the internet did what the internet always does. Conspiracy theories started flying. Some fans are convinced that NASCAR is secretly allowing 2-3 Racing to cheat as part of the lawsuit settlement. Seriously, people online are claiming NASCAR might be looking the other way during inspections, or that the team somehow has extra horsepower in their engines. Some comments even suggested the cars might be running around 850 horsepower in a race designed for 750 horsepower. But here's the reality. After the race at COTA, post-race inspection was completed. No issues were found with Tyler Reddick's car. The win was completely legal. And honestly, when you think about it logically, the conspiracy does not make sense. No judge in the world would approve a legal settlement that allows a team to break the rules of the sport. And do you really think NASCAR would want to hand an advantage to the team that just dragged them through a public lawsuit? If anything, you would expect NASCAR to be stricter with that team, not more lenient. Now, that does not mean the lawsuit had zero impact. The settlement included a large financial payout. That is money to 3 Racing could absolutely reinvest into cars, engineers, and development. And let's be real, this team has been competitive since day one. Strong drivers, strong equipment, strong support from Toyota Racing. They did not go from worst to first overnight. But when one team starts winning everything, fans start looking for reasons. That is just the nature of sports. If your favorite driver is not winning, suddenly the other guy must be cheating. Right now, nobody is winning except Tyler Reddick and 2-3 Racing. Personally, I do not think anything shady is going on here. What we are seeing looks like a team firing on all cylinders. And honestly, there is something kind of cool about watching a team owned by Michael Jordan, a guy who built his entire career on dominating the competition, now doing the same thing in NASCAR. Sure, when one driver starts winning everything, it can get a little repetitive. NASCAR fans remember the years when Jimmy Johnson seemed impossible to beat. Dominance is part of sports. Right? And right now, 2-3 Racing is the team everyone else in the garage is chasing. Now, that makes the next few races even more interesting. Can anyone stop them? Or are we watching the beginning of one of the most dominant season starts in NASCAR history? I want to hear what you think. Do you believe Tyler Reddick and 2-3 Racing are just that good right now? Or do you understand why some fans are starting to question what is going on? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoyed breaking down NASCAR like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Racecar Nation Report. The channel is still brand new. The goal right now is to reach our first 500 subscribers. Just building a community of real NASCAR fans who love talking racing. Thanks for hanging out. See you in the next one.